Thank you all for joining us for this edition of Voices of People, Purpose, and Pride. My name is Culleen Whithuhn. I'm the Executive Director of Early Learning.
Hi everyone, my name is Fatima Bendada and I am the Enrollment Director. Today we're going to discuss enrollment and 4K, two very important and exciting opportunities.
In fact, we recently just reopened online enrollment for returning families and new families. So let's touch on that first. Why should people enroll in MMSD?
We truly are a destination district for all. MMSD is the second largest district in Wisconsin. We offer a wide range of educational experiences and learning opportunities designed to help every student discover and pursue their interests and prepare them to succeed in school and beyond. Some of these programs are tuition-free 4K program that Culleen oversees, and dual language immersion program, athletics programs, comprehensive arts, career and technical education, advanced learning, and other opportunities to earn college credit while still in high school.
Wow, there's so many opportunities. Does every student need to enroll? And is enrollment in person or online?
Every single student needs to enroll, whether they are brand new or continuing, with the exception, of course, of the 4K and kindergarten students who enrolled between February the 16th and July the 20th of 2026. These two groups do not need to enroll again because they have already completed online enrollment for the new school year.
So what if a family doesn't have a computer or the internet?
If families don't have computers or internet, we have the right support for them. We have assistance sites we partner with and the public libraries in Madison. And those are also equipped with our own MMSD support in 3 languages, Spanish, Hmong, and Arabic.
Students that are new to MMSD, what documentation do they need to enroll, and what are the steps of enrollment?
There are 2 steps of enrollment. If a family is completely brand new to MMSD, they need to create an account and complete online enrollments and keep that account in a safe place till we provide you with your account. We send you a letter with your new account. And then when they complete the online enrollment, they have the choice to upload their enrollment documentation to our system, or they can call the school, their attendance area school, and schedule an appointment to help them verify their enrollment documents. Then we have continuing families, of course. Those do not have to create an account. They can log in with their old access information and complete enrollments for their students. If any of the families the continuing families do not have access to their account, they can use the link that helps them to retrieve their access account from the enrollment website.
So you're saying that all families should be enrolling for MMSD, whether they're new or whether they're existing MMSD families right now?
That is correct. They should be enrolling right now. And again, I am going to reiterate and repeat the exception is brand 4K and brand kindergartens, brand new 4K and brand new kindergarten students who enrolled between February 16th and July 20th of 2026 do not need to enroll again.
If families have an address change, how do they report that?
If they have an address change, it is as simple as sending an email to your school email address, letting them know about that there is an address change, and attach the proof of address change to the email. They can also upload it when they complete the online enrollment application. They can upload that proof of address change to the online enrollment system, and their school will retrieve it from there and verify their address.
How will families know that their enrollment is complete?
Families will know that their enrollment is complete when they get an email confirmation confirming that they completed the online enrollment, and that email will also provide next steps and optional forms families may need to complete. This is why it's really, really important for you families to provide an email address when you complete the online enrollments application. If you do not provide an email address, we will not be able to communicate with you about some aspect of your student record, following up with you on some of the programs. So if you don't provide an email and you want to know that their application is complete, when they get to the finish page, the same email that families receive will be displayed, and they can print it out. They can print that page out and they can hang on to it to use it for completing next steps of enrollment.
When and where can families see student schedules or like transportation information?
Families can see their schedule on the parent portal of Infinite Campus, and the schedules are going to be available on August the 21st, starting 9 a.m. The same thing for transportation. They can see it on the parent portal of Infinite Campus.
So if you're looking for that transportation, when is your child going to be dropped off or picked up? You need to be able to go into that parent portal of Infinite Campus. As part of enrollment, Fatima, there are a lot of disclosures and things that families have to say yes or no to. How does that affect? Do you have an example of like how that affects families?
Yeah, and I have a perfect example that of a new policy that was added under the disclosures and permissions of the online enrollments application, which families must acknowledge. And it's added in the school year 26-27, and per MMSD Board Policy 4404, personal devices may not be used during instructional time unless explicitly permitted for emergencies, healthcare management, or authorized educational purposes. This will provide the community and the students with a deeply engaged learning environment, maximize instructional time, and minimize distractions.
So it's really important for families to make sure that they're checking either yes or no on those disclosures, because that allows the school district to access everything that the students to access everything they need, right?
Exactly. And all this information, all these acknowledgements, affirmations, and review of their consents is going to transfer directly to our students' information system and be stored there. If it is for any reasons families would like to make changes, they can always contact the enrollment office.
So Fatima, there's a part of the enrollment where they talk about socioeconomic status and completing a form. Can you tell our families why it's so important that they fill out that form?
Yeah, this is a great question, and that section of the online enrollments application is so important. Families are asked to complete the socioeconomic status section during enrollment. MMSD makes a large number of programs and or opportunities available to families. So these programs may include but not limited to metro buses, student fees waiver like field trip, instrumental rental fee, MSCR, participation fee.
Free and reduced lunch?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Access to local educational programs at MMSD like the AVID program, ACT preparation classes. So by completing the SES questions, socioeconomic is abbreviated to SES. By completing the SES section or questions and selecting yes next to all these programs, you are given MMSD authorized personnel permission to access your students' eligibility status for free and reduced price school meals to determine eligibility for programs and opportunities we offer. However, I also would like to let you know that the completion of the SES does not replace the free and reduced lunch application. The completion of the free and reduced lunch application is still required in order for this process to be completed. They're both very connected.
Well, thanks. That's really helpful for families to make sure that they get services that they would need and want within their programming. So thank you.
Now let's switch to 4K. It's so exciting to watch this program continue to grow.
I know our 4K program in Madison has expanded over the years, and we have grown from just a half-day program at some sites to we have half-day and full-day programs up to 5 full-day programs at different locations throughout the city. So it's exciting to see 4K expand.
Yeah, that's really exciting. What is the difference in a 4K program versus a 4-year-old program? We hear a lot about these two, and people usually confuse them, so we would like a clarification about these two.
Yeah, so a 4K program is a program that is connected to a school district through the Department of Public Instruction. There is a continuum of education that runs from 4K all the way through 12th grade. And a 4K program has a DPI licensed teacher. We are supervised by the Department of Public Instruction, and we have to make sure that we follow specific criteria for the number of minutes of instruction and ensure that we have curriculum aligned and make sure that we have all of those things in place that connect to our 5K program. A 4-year-old program could be a great high-quality program where children go for childcare or they may go for other learning experiences, but oftentimes a 4-year-old program does not necessarily have a connection to the school district. And so when you see it saying 4K, it is supposed to be connected to the school district. So families will want to make sure that they have that direct connection because otherwise they don't have that connection into 5K programming.
Okay, good to know. Thanks for providing all these clarifications. Well, Culleen, can you tell me why 4K is important and what are the benefits for families who enroll their children in our 4K program at MMSD?
So 4K is so important for the growth of children. It's the foundational step of education. Children learn more than just their letters and their numbers. They're actually learning how to do school. So when we have this connection for children, when they come into our school, they're learning literacy, they're learning math, they're learning social emotional development. They're also learning the school, the teachers, the principal, how to move through the hallway, how to do the rules and routines and the expectations of school. So it's really important that children come to our 4K program, and data shows that our children almost double their growth and gains from the beginning of the 4K year to the end of the 4K year.
I have another question. We recently added more options for 4K, and we are growing in this. We're growing this program, which is an exciting step. Can you talk about that a little more?
Yeah. So we've expanded our program from a half-day program, which is 3 hours and 13 minutes, to a full-day program that runs Tuesday through Friday. At some of our locations, we had the ability to even add more full-day programming, so that we are offering 5-day full-day programming. And you can find out where any of these programs are located right from our early learning website. There's a page called Site Information, and it shows all of the sites and all of the programming options that are available, not only in our school sites, but also we have community partners that have connections with our school district. We oversee the 4K programs at their sites, so they are considered 4K programs. They have the DPI licensed teacher. They provide the same instructional and assessment. So it's super exciting to see that we actually have 53 program sites across the city and almost 80 some different sections of 4K, whether it be AM 4K, PM 4K, full day 4K, or our 5-day full day option 4K.
Great. Where are full day 4K options available?
Full day 4K options are available at different sites, at schools and early care and education sites throughout the community. So you can see, again, on our 4K site information page, exactly where those locations are. But they are in both our early care and education sites. If you need wraparound care options, that's the location in order to look for the 4K program, because they offer that full day experience that many families need to be able to provide that wraparound care for a fee.
Great. MMSD is looking further to grow the 5-day 4K program. Why is this goal?
So we survey families each and every year, and families are continually telling us through their feedback and information that families want 4K programming in the same amount of time that kindergarten through 5th grade are having programming. And so we're working really hard in order to meet our needs for our programs through the 5-day model, but there are a lot of things that we have to figure out and overcome in order to get that program up and running. So there's some different connections. Not only can we have the full day program, we also need to think about our wraparound care program, because working families need wraparound care. So it's very difficult to find that wraparound care, so we need to make sure that we're partnering with our community in order to provide that 4K programming as well as that wraparound care.
I know you do a lot of outreach, and so does our communication departments for the growth we're having in this program. So how do families learn more and enroll in the 4K program?
So we have a great website that families can go to. There are video clips on the website that actually walk through the enrollment process. Families can learn about our site information there. They can also learn about our Play and Learn program, which is a birth to 5 family engagement program. So if you're interested in that, all of that information is online. Families can also go to any elementary school and ask about 4K. And on our website, on every single page on our website, there's a little button in the right-hand corner that says, "Let's talk." And you can actually check early learning, and the question will come directly to my department. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about 4K.
Okay, great. Thank you. I want to let our audience know that if they need more information, they can go to our website. It has a wealth of information. It has also an enrollment checklist, which acts as a guide for new families to know what documents to prepare to enroll. And also, if they have any questions and want to speak to us, they can call the enrollment line.
So for more information, contact our website.